Tax Tip Tuesday, brought to you by Stadler and Company, the Tax Pros.
It's time for Tax Tip Tuesdays. Tax Tip Tuesday. Say that 20 times fast. And Lori Carpenter is with us from Stadler and Company, and we are kicking this off. We're going to jump right in this week with some things that people last year were probably super excited about because they were saving money. This year, some of these things are gone, and a number of these have to do with children, right?
Yeah, there's quite a few.
So let's just jump right in. First of all, with that child tax credit, what has changed this year from last year, if you don't mind me asking?
Sure. Last year, this was expanded quite a bit to if you had a child who was under 6 years old, so 5 or younger, the child tax credit was $3,600.
Wow.
Yes, quite expanded. If they were over that age and up to age 17, it could have been $3,000. But for 2022, it's going back down to what it had always been for quite a while before that, and that is $2,000 per child with a maximum age of 16. So once they turn 17, you can still claim them as a dependent, but the child tax credit is different for them. And then the income limits are changing as well. So those had changed last year, some special rules, but they're going to be back to the typical income limits for the child tax credit.
So that's going to be something families out there are really going to be missing this year, because that could have brought in quite a bit of money as far as those tax returns go, or credits in the case of credit towards your taxes.
Exactly. Now, a lot of people got some of that up front, so it might not feel hugely different, but overall they didn't get anything in the last 6 months of the year this year, and that overall credit is not going to be quite as nice as it had been.
Speaking of big changes, you know, my kids are now grown, and one's going to get married, the other's going to be in, you know, he's already in college, but I think about how much I paid over the course of their time in child care. What a big difference for folks last year, but that dependent care is also gone, right?
It's not completely gone, but it is definitely incredibly limited back to what it normally is.
So what was it before?
So normally we see in that those credits are closer to $600 per child as a maximum.
Okay.
Last year it was expanded out substantially to where it could be up to $8,000 per child for child care, up to 2 kids. That's a huge difference.
Yeah.
So,
but now we're going back to the pre-2021 levels.
That's right. So it'll be like it was before that. So maximum of $600 per child, up to 2 kiddos. And then income limits will determine what percentage of what you paid. So it could be anywhere from 20 to 35% of what you actually paid that you'll have as a credit.
Well, certainly if you have kids in daycare of any kind, it's something that you want to obviously ask a tax preparer about, because I know it's not as big as it was, but $600 is $600. Take what you can get, right?
Exactly right.
Now, there have been other things that have changed along the way, too, and I think it's important people understand that some of those provisions that were there in the past, they're just not there now, right?
Right. So there's something called extenders, and some of those are expiring this year, where things they've said, yeah, we're going to do that one more year, and they didn't renew it this year. So some of those are going away. Some of the other special provisions through COVID are also heading out the door. We won't be able to see those again. So there are quite a few changes that are going to happen from things that we've looked at in the past.
I think when we talk about that earned income credit, people really did get, I think, excited almost about the last couple years, because anything you could get credit for that you earned was such a significant savings when you were doing your tax forms.
Absolutely, and that had expanded so much just to help people who even didn't have children. Typically, the biggest help is for people who have children, but last year the age requirements were gone, some of the income limits had increased to help more people, and all of that is going back to normal this year.
Oh gosh. Well, you know, these are things that we'll be addressing as we go over the next several Tuesdays. We kind of tackle some of these subjects more in depth. But if we've got someone watching right now who maybe all of a sudden is like, you're kidding me, I'm not getting credit for those kids like I did last year, and they have questions, what's your website? Where can they go to kind of see where you're located and find out information?
We have a great new website at stadlertax.com. You can submit questions there that we receive and can respond to you. There's also a lot of resources there that they can explore. So Stadlertax.com, a great place to go.
Absolutely. And the number to call to?
812-478-2800. We can get you to any office from that number.
And how many offices are you up to now?
We have 4. We have one in Terre Haute, one in Brazil, one in Bloomington, and one in Bloomfield.
You guys are busy, and I know this time of the year is super busy for you all, but I'm so glad you're taking the time to come in here on Tuesdays so that we can tackle these important subjects.
It's a great place to be.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next Tuesday, right?
Yep.
It's Tax Tip Tuesday on Good Day Live, and we certainly appreciate all of you tuning in. Stay with us. We'll be right back.